Martin, welcome to Crypto Clothesline.
Hello, Abheeti. How are you?
I'm very well. It's lovely to have you here again.
Thank you for having me back so soon.
Martin, I wanted to thank you for the connection you made between us here at Crypto Clothesline and CryptoGat or Ivan. We had a fantastic chat with him the other day. And I know there at Blockboxx that you're supporting people in different ways in the crypto sphere. Can you talk a little bit about what you're doing?
Sorry if it's going over old ground for people who heard the previous podcast, but I'll be very brief. So Blockboxx, we've really sharpened up our service offerings over the past 12 weeks, and we're focusing on blockchain consulting to kind of large corporates who are wondering what the heck is blockchain and what are the impacts going to be on their industry, or what are the impacts currently on their industry. We are focusing on helping new ventures at the kind of early stage of their project put different elements together, whether it be kind of tokenization strategies, whether it be marketing strategies, or kind of technical architecture kind of blueprints. So we're helping new ventures get off the ground and connect them to capital. And then the third thing is we've just launched a syllabus of blockchain education courses, which will be available in our local community here in Perth as classroom sessions and also as kind of online sessions. So it's been a pretty exciting time for us.
Well, we did speak to Matt from Blockboxx, and he's doing one of your trainings. We talked to him a little bit about the extent of market manipulation in the crypto space. Can you comment on that too?
Yeah, so obviously the market manipulation's been a fairly topical issue within the crypto sphere. I think from my perspective, there's still an element of the Wild West to what goes on in crypto, and that applies not just down in the reads with some of these kind of wacky tweets you see inviting you to get involved in pump and dumps and some of the crazy candles that you see on the charts that suggest that there's clear market manipulation going on. Since I've been involved in crypto, you see it with typically the low cap coins that are easy to manipulate with less money. But clearly, if you look at even some of the larger caps, it's quite obvious when you look at some of the depth charts to detect huge sell walls that are being set by whales. That indicate, there's certainly, we can use the word manipulation, but there's certainly some things that go on behind the scenes. So yeah, I mean, we've seen it at kind of all levels of the kind of crypto world, but I guess you can't really talk about market manipulation without looking at the absolute top end of the kind of industry. And you see there was obviously the companies like JP Morgan, where Jamie Dimon came out and decried kind of cryptocurrency, but we know that institutions like that are actually finding themselves positions to take. So what you're hearing and seeing in the news may not necessarily be consistent with what's happening behind the scenes.
Well, that's pretty common, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think so. And there was obviously the Circle as well, where, there was the huge global investment bank who had kind of, till that stage, been very anti-cryptocurrency. And, that company then took a position with the Circle, who then went on to purchase or come up with a partnership with Poloniex. Right. So it's not difficult, and you don't have to look too far to see, let's just call it inconsistent messaging across the space to kind of put the most, euphemistic. I
mean, there's a royal commission into the Commonwealth Bank right now, isn't there? I mean, it's right under our nose.
Yeah, how topical. Yeah, and then we know that not everybody behaves, and maybe the spotlight is shone upon the crypto world a bit more brightly because it's so new. But there are examples of this sort of stuff, since the dawn of commerce.
So you've got the big players, you've got little players, and from pump and dump reading that I've been doing, you've got different tiers of investors. But honestly, how common is this? Is it just so common but that regular people just don't know about it? And do you think that would be why CryptoGat's followers got so angry with him? Because people are trusting that public figure, or what do you think?
Yeah, the CryptoGat is an interesting one, and I say this as someone with a bit of affection and affinity with kind of what CryptoGat has done in the past. He's obviously come out and he's admitted kind of guilt to acquiescing about a pump and dump scheme. But for a sense of perspective, I mean, that's a guy who at a fairly young age came out and put a lot of good content out. He helped a lot of people getting into the crypto world understand, not just make money, but actually understand how to make money and understand nuances of the market. And that would go on to help them make better decisions with their own investments and their own trading. So he's come out and obviously said that he's going to be interested in blockchain consulting, as well as kind of what he'd been doing traditionally in the social media space. But I guess it's easy for players large and small to get sucked into the wrong sort of deals. And I guess maybe this is just my own kind of personal opinion, but you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater sometimes. I think people make mistakes, and I wouldn't want to pin, I wouldn't want to hold someone forever responsible for something that, for a mistake that they made, especially when there are so much bigger players at play, manipulating on such a grander scale. And that's kind of just, we're just expected to accept that with the territory.
And so briefly before we finish, can you comment on young people getting into the crypto sphere and perhaps a word of caution or a word of advice about how best they could navigate the sphere without getting drawn into these very alluring promises of making a quick buck?
That's an interesting one. There's a lot of people with a lot of experience, in business and in investment who have been duped or have made bad decisions along the line. And look, that's part of life. So the young people getting in, and obviously maybe being less experienced or having less kind of business knowledge, I would suggest that they learn the fundamentals of how projects are assessed and how, whether it's ICOs or cryptocurrencies or any kind of blockchain company, what are the building blocks that you must look out for in order to assess a company? What are the red herrings as well? What do scams look like? And I know that through the Crypto Clothesline, you're very good at getting content out there to help people understand how to detect these red herrings better. But maybe just in summary, I think that getting duped is not something that's reserved just for the young. It's happening to some very experienced people too. And as we come to, as the market tends to mature a bit more and we all learn a bit more about how to identify the real projects from the scams, I think that will obviously make it a more friendly environment for young people to get involved in.
Well, thank you so much, Martin, for joining us and for giving us your pearls of wisdom. And we very much look forward to chatting to you again soon.
Thank you very much, Abheeti, and thanks for having me again. Speak soon.
Welcome.
Cheers.